Many of you may assume there's not much to learn in the book of Deuteronomy. Well, I am working my way through the Bible again this year and am in Deuteronomy. I recently read from Deuteronomy chapter 20, and in this passage, Moses is preparing the people for entering the promised land, and specifically for facing those giants that terrified them so many years before and caused them to rebel against God and sent them wandering in the desert for a while. It was time to face the mighty armies. It was time to face those giants. Now listen to these first few verses of Deuteronomy chapter 20. When you go out to war against your enemies and see horses and chariots and an army larger than your own, you shall not be afraid of them, for the Lord your God is with you, who brought you out of the land of Egypt. And when you draw near to the battle, the priest shall come forward and speak to you to the people and say to them, Hear, O Israel, today you are drawing near for battle against your enemies. Let not your heart faint. Do not fear or panic or be in dread, for the Lord your God is with you. He goes with you to fight for you against your enemies, to give you victory. Now, yes, those were words many years ago, but all of us as believers in Jesus Christ, we have our battles, don't we? We have our battles in life and the concerns of life that can overwhelm us and cause us to be of faint heart. Cause our heart to faint. I love that. And we become full of fear. Well, these verses remind us so much because we realize, looking back, that when the people of Israel went into the promised land, they won a lot of wars when they went with God's help. When they did the right thing and when they listened to God and they went with His boldness, even though they were outnumbered in every way, they would win battle after battle after battle. But on the other hand, there were times where they didn't wait for God. They decided to go on their own. They decided to do it their own way. And guess what? They got defeated and really went running home with their tails between their legs. Now, for those of us as we're sitting here today, I don't know what you're facing, but I know all of us at some level have some level of anxiety. Our heart is fainting at some level. The comfort of these words is, again, the same thing. They speak to us where we are reminded that whatever we're facing, to not let your heart faint. Do not fear. Don't panic. Don't be in dread. For the Lord your God is with you, and He's fighting the battles for you. Paul picked up that same theme in Philippians chapter 4, verses 5 and the first part of verse 6, where he said that the Lord is hand. Do not be anxious about anything. So I don't know what you're facing today. I don't know where your heart is. I don't know if it's faint, if it's heavy-hearted, if you're discouraged. But find comfort in reminding that your God loves you, He cares for you, and He is at hand to help you. Just pause for a moment and communicate those concerns for Him. Give those concerns for Him and let Him win your battles. I'm Bob Orner, and I'd like you to think about that.